let's do some needle felting. Okay, so long-term viewers will know that I've had a bit of a dabble in needle felting in the past, doing some three-dimensional kind of sculptural things, and last year I had an advent calendar from the Crafty Kit company, which was predominantly needle felting, a little bit of other felt projects, but mostly needle felting. Still working my way through those projects. But what I thought I'd do, as it is officially autumn in the UK, meteorological autumn starts at the beginning of September. We're now approaching mid-month. So I thought I'd do a little sort of autumnal themed bit of needle felting. So from the Crafty Kit company, I have picked up this kit. So it's actually a needle felted picture kit to put in a hoop frame. So we're going to have a go at this. I haven't looked in too much detail at it, but I have checked out how long it thinks it's going to take. They think it takes 2 hours to do, so we'll see. But, yeah, we've got some pumpkins and autumny leaves there, so we'll give it a go. Yeah, so first of all, let's flip the camera around and we'll take a look at what's in the kit. Okay, so here's the kit. Let's take a look at the inside. See, there'll be a little bit of box noise happening. So just pull everything out. Okay, so we have needle felting needles here. We have a little polystyrene needle felting mat, although when I got my advent calendar last year, this one came with it, which is a bit bigger and a bit more sturdy. These ones are fine, but they do deteriorate as you use them, whereas this one's a bit more reusable. So I'm probably going to use this one as I have it. So as well as the needles and the mat, we have some coloured felt for the leaves. Presumably that needs cutting. We have a hoop. The instructions are here. We have some black felt wrapped around all of the coloured bits of felt, which we'll be creating the main picture with. Okay, so that's the kit. I'm going to have a little look at the instructions and then we'll get started. Okay, so the first step is to mark out the design on the black felt. So you mark out the space you've got to work with by drawing around the hoop, and then you mark out where you want the pumpkins to be. Now, according to the instructions, there should have been some chalk in the kit. That appears to be missing from mine. So whether that's fallen out en route to me or what, I don't know. But I do have, as I sew, some tailor's chalk and a marking pencil. So I'm going to use those to mark out where things are going to be. So we'll get cracking with that, and then it's on to actual felting. Okay, so there's the rough outline of where things are going to go, marked out on the felt. So now I'm going to put my felting mat underneath, select a felting needle, and move on to putting some actual wool onto the felt. So we do the background first, from what I can gather from the instructions. So we're going to work with that and come back to doing the detail of the pumpkins later on. So I've got the first layer of my background on. I've left my space for my pumpkins. So the next stage is to put a bit more dimension into the middle of the background. So this is a blend of two browns. I'm going to put one of those browns on top and then another lighter colour. So I've got a bit of this one to go on first and then a bit of this one. Yeah, we're just creating a bit of dimension in the middle of the picture. So we're not flat colour anyway. I don't think it's quite as blended as in their original example, but they did say it works best if it's not too perfectly blended. So yeah, so we're going kind of painterly. So yeah, so we're going to put in, if we look at the picture on the box, this bit here, to the light in the middle of the image. So that's the next step. So there's mine, and there's the original. So we're not quite exactly the same, but I'm okay with that. I think what I'm going to do is go in with the needle and just felt it down a little bit more tightly, so that I've got a flatter background, as in texturally flatter, to then bring the pineapples and the pumpkins and the leaves, not no pineapples, so the pumpkins and the leaves out a bit more at the front. So I'm going to do that and come back to you when I'm working on the pumpkins. Okay, so I've got the rough shapes of my pumpkins on, so next step is to put in the shadows and the shading and the detail on them. Okay, so this is how far we are now. We've got our pumpkin detail in place. This one is a bit more like an onion, but never mind. So we've got 4 pumpkins, and I've got a bit of space here that needs filling out to make this more of a circle, so that when I put it in the hoop, everything is filled in. So I'm going to get that done, get it framed, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so it's finished and it's framed. I've done the filling, I've added some felt leaves for detail around the edges. Is it perfect? No. I haven't trimmed off the excess felt as of yet, which is the final instruction is to trim off all the felt. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more felt to stitch over the back of it just to tidy up and protect that. I mean, that's how the back looks at the moment, which is fine. But I would prefer to have a felt circle or a cotton circle or something sewn across the back than to just have it trimmed off to the hoop and left loose, just in case it pops out at any point. So yeah, so I still need to do that. So if I just fold in the felt around the edges, it'll give you an idea of how we finished up. Is it perfect? No. Am I losing a pumpkin up here somewhere into the background? Yeah, a little bit. But that's okay, it's a first attempt. I think this is one of the things that's going to get better the more you do it, a bit like drawing and painting and stuff. So yeah, so for a first attempt at painting with needle felting, I don't think that's too bad. It's got sort of like a chalky, pastel-y kind of feel to it. I like the 3D dimension bit that the leaves add to it. So yeah, that's an autumn project done and dusted. So thank you for spending some time with me today. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. In the meantime, there's this one here that might keep you entertained while you're waiting, and I will see you soon. But until then, happy crafting and bye-bye for now.